Andrew Tate has been challenged to a boxing match in the ring by both YouTube personalities Jake Paul and Logan Paul. Even though Tate has previously claimed that no negotiations have taken place, the controversial kickboxer has now offered Paul a fight agreement worth $5 million. Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. Today, we'll be looking at how Andrew Tate responds to Logan Paul, calling him out to fight. Yeah, you heard it right. So, let's start our video. In answer to the challenge that YouTube star Logan Paul issued, Andrew Tate offered to buy him a supercar made by Bugatti that cost him $5 million. Tate, who's 35 years old and has just catapulted to prominence recently this year, has amassed many followers on social media for the outspoken ideas that he expresses. He has competed in 87 fights as a professional kickboxer, suffering 9 defeats, while also claiming victory against a fighter who held a prominent position in the UFC. Recently, he has been more publicly featured in the news because YouTube fighters Logan and Jake Paul have both called him out in his behavior. On the other hand, Tate does not consider Paul a wrestler, despite the latter having made a permanent contract with the WWE a month ago. Everyone keeps shouting Tate vs. Paul, blah blah blah, Ted said on his podcast. Listen Logan, I've heard that you are now a wrestler, and I'm aware that he made a call out video, but I don't think he owns a Bugatti. I'll spring a Bugatti for him. Shall I drop a brand new $5 million Bugatti at his house and say, listen, you said I wouldn't be relevant next year, but here I am, you're obviously broke now, so here's a Bugatti, and let's be friends. I'm a lovely guy. Obviously, I'm the most dangerous man on the planet, but I'm also a nice guy. If he wants a Bugatti, he can have one. All he has to do is ask. Where the F does he even live? Whatever. If he wants a Bugatti, we'll just put it on the card. In a conversation that Paul had with the co-host of a podcast, Mike Malak, Paul challenged Tate by asserting that he's more capable of winning than Tate is. It is widely believed that Logan will soon appear alongside his brother Jake on his podcast when the two of them give another message that includes a double call-out. Tate initially called out Logan's brother Jake by making a fight offer of $3 million back in 2021 when the YouTuber was just getting started in the beginning phases of his professional boxing career. In more recent times, he made that offer again, prompting Jake to assert that he was unaware of who he was. On the other hand, it was claimed last week by the host of the YouTube drama alert show Keemstar that Paul is looking to fight Tate later this year after his fight with Hasim Rahman Jr. was cancelled. Despite the strong ties, Tate has now said unequivocally that no official discussions are being held regarding a potential fight between the two. A spokesperson for Tate said there are currently no productive talks with Jake Paul's team regarding a fight between him and Andrew. We are aware that due to the rise of Andrew's popularity, it's a fight that the world wants to see. However, at this moment in time, there's nothing to report. We also have become aware that Jake Paul and his team intend to call Andrew out via a collection of YouTube and Instagram videos. However, as stated before, there have been no official talks regarding a fight. Tate, a former kickboxer who had previously called out Jake Paul, who's currently slated to face the UFC legend Anderson Silva in October, was the opponent that the 27-year-old showed interest in fighting in August. Tate had previously challenged Jake Paul. Tate, who was born in the United States but raised in Luton, England, first came to public attention after he was evicted from the 17th season of Big Brother due to a video that surfaced of him punching a woman in the course of an interaction that has since been described as consensual. Because of his controversial opinions that he expresses, the user known as Cobra Tate was recently kicked off multiple social media networks, including Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Because of this, the Maverick Logan Paul is reevaluating Tate as a possible adversary in the future. Paul stated on his podcast that he did not feel like platforming the individual in question. I don't feel like giving him the blessing of being my dance partner in the ring, especially after the social media platforms have made it very clear how they feel about this guy, right? KSI made a shocking return to the ring for the first time in 3 years. In the same event, he made up for lost time by knocking out rapper Swarms and professional boxer Luis Alcaraz Pineda. This was KSI's first time fighting in the ring in 3 years, as we stated before. During the post-fight interview, KSI called out several names, including Slim, who also won earlier in the night, Tommy Fury, and Andrew Tate. This is something that KSI's former adversary, who's now his business partner, does not agree with. I would even put a little call out to fellow creators, and even JJ, Paul added, you want to re-platform this guy? Anyone? You want to have him on your shows? Do you want to give him another opportunity to speak and spread his agenda? Whether you believe it or not, the crap that Andrew Tate is saying will have a ripple effect much more dangerous than you can imagine because his narrative is truly hateful. His rhetoric has extremely negative energy and it'll affect impressionable young people that will not show until years from now, and it is dangerous. And that's all for today's video. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section down below. I hope that you found this video interesting, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. See you in the following video with some more of the latest updates, and until then, stay tuned.